Hi, it's Michelle from Pixels and Twine, and if you're looking for a digital notebook packed with loads of different notepaper styles in various colors, plus heaps of study templates, then stick around because I'm going to walk you through my digital notebooks for students. Now, if you're actually looking for individual templates to either print or import individually into GoodNotes, that's a separate thing, and I will pop the link to that in the description below as well. Now, back to these study notebooks. So, I have around a dozen different designs, and the main differences you will notice between them are mostly visual. One of the key functional differences is just to note the number of tabs. So, the one we're looking at here has 20 tabs down the right hand side, and then if I switch to a different design, this one has 12 tabs. So that's just the number of sections that you can organize your notes into. The other differences are mostly visual, so this one has a different color of tabs and dividers to this one. And then also if you go to your papers section, you can see the 5 colored circles here. So this means that each of the 14 different notepaper styles are supplied in each of those 5 colors. And each of the different notebooks will include a different variety of paper colors. Some are more vibrant, some are more muted, some are a dark mode papers. So you can look at the product thumbnails to see the difference between each of those. So other than that, all of the elements within all of the different designs of student notebooks are the same. I will go back to papers now and just run you through what's included. A really good way to get a little overview is to click on the thumbnails tab. So in GoodNotes up in the top left corner. So we can see here there are 14 different notepaper styles and they're included in each of those 5 colors. Okay, so let's take a look. So you have a range of different lined and grids, you have some lists, Cornell notes, and so on. So you have each of these different styles in all 5 of the different colors, which are included in whichever notebook you purchase. Okay, and then you also have a music manuscript if that is of use to you. That's the papers. So the next tab along is the study templates. So each of these each of these template names is a clickable text link. So you can click on any of those names to jump to the particular template. Where you see a number after a template name, that means there are multiple variations of that template. So for example, if we click on meeting notes and actions, there are 2 different templates there. Okay. So I'm just going to swipe through each of these. You can pause the video if you want to take a longer look at any of them. And again, I wouldn't expect that you would use every template in the notebook because there are variations of different ones. So a few different timetable layouts, week layouts, so 5 and 7 days, weekly routine with 4 and 3 sections to the day, an assessment overview. In Australia, our school year starts in January, but other countries I've lived in, I know your year starts August or September, so you just have those 2 variations there. An assessment schedule overview, your subject overview, so you would create one of these for each of your subjects with all of the relevant details each term or semester, whatever your study period is. Course needs, what do you need to go and purchase? Study resources, so is there a particular website or range of websites that you're finding really useful for a particular project or subject? Your reading list to check off. Definitions template, which is fantastic for everything from tutorials to lectures. Have a copy of that every time you're in class. Your chapter overviews for your reading and chapter summary. Then you have your lesson key points and lesson summary. And it's probably worth saying it's entirely up to you whether you want to take handwritten notes in class and then use your iPad or tablet for your revision when you do, you might be a person who likes to rewrite, or you might use these in your actual class. So it's entirely up to you how you work. Then some week layouts for a homework or study plan. Assignment planner, you have 2 different formats here and you can choose whichever works for the particular project or assignment you're working on. assignment references for your bibliography. And then we have a couple of templates that will help you when working with a group. Okay, so making sure that you note down everything that has been agreed on, who's doing what and by when. Okay, some exam revision templates there. And brain dump. So if you're someone who really struggles to focus, it's a good practice to just try to get everything out of your head onto paper and then go and focus on that one thing that you need to do, knowing that you don't need to carry that anxiety over those other things because you have it all written down to come back to. I love the hexagon template. And I'll use that blank space in the middle there to write the subject, and then I'll brainstorm or brain dump everything to do with that topic. Some to-do lists, some task templates, so 3 and 4 there. So what's your task and what are your subtasks? Great way to get things checked off. Goal planner. Lesson plan. Now, a lesson plan isn't just for teachers. If you are a student who has to give a presentation, you need a lesson plan. So don't look at that and sort of think, oh, that's not relevant to me. And then we do have attendance templates there for teachers as well. Now, while this isn't a dated diary, this is just a generic month dashboard for you to use if you do want to note down all the things that are specifically coming up in the month ahead. Okay, and then the next section here is the DIY tab. So if you've looked at any of those study templates and thought, oh, hey, that's really good, but I actually would change a couple of things in it, this is where you can find blank versions of most of those templates for you to add your own labels. Okay, so it's most of the templates that you've already seen there, and you just come in and apply them however suits your needs. And then I also have some storyboards there. So whether you're working in film and TV, marketing and advertising, or any of the visual arts, you'll find different ratios there, different, so that could be used for a double page, for example. So just a lot of the templates that I use commonly, I thought might be useful to other people. And then lastly, up the top here, we have the extras tab. This is for any purpose you want to use it for. The way I use these 2 pages here is I put my most commonly used stickers. So it just saves me having to go back to a sticker book every time. So whatever the purpose of this book is, I'll just put in the stickers that I'm going to use most commonly in there. Okay, actually there was one more tab up the top here, and that's the dates tab. So again, it's not a dated planner, it's not an interactive diary, but I have included a calendar, and then I've also included quarterly planning pages as well. So you can go through and use those. And then I also have a key dates planner, again, starting in January and August. And then you can use this little interactive key up the top there to jump to those 4 quarters. So if I want to go down to the 3rd quarter, key dates, okay, so just a little bit of extra interactivity there. And then that last one there is obviously the home page, going back to the cover. And then down the side, this is where you're jumping to the different sections of the notebook. And up the very top there, you have your index. So that index page is somewhere that you can note down the subject for, or the topic of each of your 20 tabs, or however many tabs are in your notebook, just as a reminder for what you're popping into each of those. So you can either use the tabs down the side, or you can use those numbered tabs to jump to the section. And I've also included just a little quick link to jump to the different paper colors down the bottom there as well. So that is everything that's included in the digital student notebooks from Pickles and Twine. And as I said, you will have all of those templates, all of the study templates, the DIY templates in each of the student notebooks. You will have the range of note paper types in 5 colors, but you need to look at the product thumbnails to check which 5 colors are included in each of the different designs. So you'll have a different cover in each of the designs. You'll have a couple of bonus covers that you can change to as well. So realistically, you can grab one of the notebooks, you can import it numerous times, pop a different cover on it, and use it for different subjects. So, and it's entirely up to you whether you want to use one notebook throughout the year and put all of your different subjects into one notebook, or whether you want to create a different notebook for every subject. And one of the factors that should influence which way you go is potentially the age of your iPad. So if you are finding that your iPad is starting to slow down or struggle a little bit, probably try to put less into each notebook. And if you can resize your images before you bring them in, that's another handy tip as well, just to make sure that you're not completely overloading any of those documents that you're working with in GoodNotes. So that's it for the student notebooks. If you have any questions, you can send me a message via Etsy Messenger, or you can leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.